Welcome, sinner. Welcome. Oh, I'm a bit too. I'm too close. I'm a little too. Let me just get a little unclose. That was a bit scary, wasn't it? Just me in your face. Well, there's a few of you'd like that, probably. I mean, move it a little over, actually. Little bit over. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's the right distance. I realise the problem here, this angle, but fuck it. We're balling. But welcome, everyone. Welcome to another sermon of Yapp. I have returned, eppy as ever. I am the epitome of eep today. Going to be honest with you, I don't know how long this is going to be. I am more tired than I thought I was going to be today. It's been a long week and I am frankly exhausted. I am. But here we are. The week is almost over. I'll soon be allowed to rest. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Not really, though. I still gotta do a bit of work. Still much to do, much to do. Things to plan, things to prepare for, things to check. All the good things I must do, chat. All the good things I must do. I may even have to re-record a video because I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with it. I might have to give it a re-listen. Just mention some details I don't know if I need to mention or not really, so like don't know. But hey, here we are. I need to stop saying that after that 3 times now. Good God. But yes, so as I'm sure you know, I have been having a rough few days. That has unfortunately not stopped much this week, though like yesterday wasn't as bad. Today hasn't been terrible either, but before then, oh boy, it's been pretty bad. If anything, I'm kind of glad that, you know, the bad stuff happened on Tuesday where I wasn't doing anything in particular. But oh boy, it was bad. It's frankly awful. Hey, Haru. Back. What the but? It's been okay today, for the most part. It's been a busy one, but not too busy. That it's not, you know, I've not had to, you know, do too much more than usual. But still, yeah, it's been a long one. It has. How are you, Haru? How are you doing? How has things been? What have you been up to? Please, I need something else to talk about other than me being tired. I played a bit of Helldivers, though. The new patch. That was kind of fun. I'm kind of glad to see the Hive Lord's back. That's pretty fun, actually. If I can ever muster it up, you know, I'd like to go back and fight a Hive Lord. Looks fun. Reminds me of Dead Space. The end. Nothing much. Well, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's good to do nothing. I used to be like that all the time. Before I gave myself things to do. But I suppose, again, I've just been all these days on my bed watching movies and series on TV. I mean, sometimes you need that. I think that's okay. I do that with YouTube quite often. So why not? You know? Why not just sit down and relax? You've had a hard day doing whatever else, potentially, or you have a bit of a break from it. So why the hell not? Sit down, watch some TV. Why not? Fuck it. I'm not going to stop you. Who's going to stop you? No one. If they are, fuck them. Metaphorically speaking, they're literally fuck. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. you gotta have that moment to yourself, right? You have that time to just switch off. I think it is perfectly okay to just sit there and watch something, right? Because I don't know about you, but one thing I've realized once I've got a second monitor is I keep looking at it, like, and when I stream, I have like you guys up on that monitor, but when I'm doing these, I just have my main monitor that I use. The other one's just there doing nothing, and I still look at it occasionally, but it's like a reflexive thing. Or like when I'm walking, I've got something in my ears, right, a lot of the time. Like, I think it's okay to just do one thing. Just do that thing, honestly. That's fine. That's actually fine. Nothing wrong with doing that. I should do that more often. Fortunately, my need to fill... it depends on what I'm doing. Like, certain games, I will just play the game. Nothing else. Just engross myself. But other times, I'll, need something in the background. A long-form video, perhaps. A video essay. It happened to me with my phone. Sometimes I just pick up my phone and look at it in impulse. Exactly, right? It just happens. You just feel the need to look at it and go, what's happening on social media? What emails have I received? What funny meme have I been sent? You know? If I had £1 for every time I had a notification on my phone, I would be filthy rich. Not all of it's that important or relevant half the damn time. Or the thing I'm hoping to see. Often. There are several things I'd love to see in my inbox. I haven't seen those yet. But, one day they'll pop up and go, oh, and then there you go. I mean, there's one big thing I'm waiting to hear about, but... I also be working. Well, wait. I also playing with AI chat. So you're playing with AI chat. Oh dear. What chicanery were you doing with the abominable intelligences? Were you making them do silly things, at least? To be fair, I have to use AI occasionally in my work. My bosses are like... So I think, what kind of things have you been doing with them? It's just funny stuff. You haven't been using them for girlfriend experiences, have you? A joke. To be fair, I have to mess around with Copilot at my day job. The boss wants things a certain way, and Copilot does them that way, and so like, oh, use Copilot all the time. Every other word they say is use Copilot. I'm like, okay. And it's a lazy thing to do. I always will think it's lazy. But if it gets him off my back, sometimes I'll just do it out of it gets him go away. Because, frankly, I despise the fucker. I mean, if I don't have to deal with him, great. But that's the only time I'm using AI much. Make graphs normally. And occasional automations. Although, I'm very careful with those because, frankly, I don't trust AI to do automations properly. I've seen too many times where it just goes, oh, I've deleted everything. I'm like, So, I keep it to stuff I know it won't break. Also, the work's paying for a license for Copilot. I'm like, I suppose I should use it. I suppose I should use it. Well, I use it mostly to do things that I would do in strategy games. Okay. I used to do, but what, like command units around, or like make certain decisions, or handle things you don't want to handle, that kind of thing. Which, at least at one point, used to be a bit of a staple of like grand strategy. Last thing I did was make an armed rebellion in my province, which is the perfect size for a small country like Portugal or South Korea. Okay. That's one way to use it, I suppose. I like how the I try to give characters like my army or the other armies. Oh, okay, okay. I get you. So you use it to kind of create a little storyline sort of thing. Okay. It's an unconventional use for it, but fuck it, why not? It's an unconventional thing. Why the hell not? I don't know, some people get, like, here's the thing, like, it comes to stuff like that, that's harmless. Like, that's just kind of, you know, it's a harmless little thing. Some people get weird about it, but stuff like that's harmless. I think it's just funny. Just create a scenario and just have the AI kind of do its thing. I remember there was one, oh, what was it called? There was one where it basically would play the role of a DM, basically. I don't think it ever quite took off, but its entire point is you'd write stuff in, and it would kind of create a storyline around it, and it would react to what you do, and it was a pretty cool idea. Like, it was a little novelty thing, but it was a cool idea. I don't know. I can't remember what it was called though, but it never quite took off. But it had a similar kind of gist, so maybe it's that same thing you use. I can't remember what it's called though. It's been a long time. It has been a long time since I've messed with that stuff, so I'm not super familiar. Yeah, it is good for stuff like that where you just like want to do a load of something. You know, I don't know. It takes a lot. I can't think my thoughts properly. Jesus Christ! It takes a load of things, right? It does a lot of stuff for you, and sometimes it's helpful. I don't know. I can say I don't use it all that much myself outside of my job, but you know what? Why not? Why not for some things? It has its benefits. Does indeed have its benefits. Ugh. Honestly, sometimes, like, I've been considering ways of trying to involve it a little bit in some automations to save me a fucking job and a half. Because there are certain things I just don't want to do anymore, and I'm like, if I could get it to do certain things. But then I guess there's always that question, if I do that, does that then put me in an awkward position? It's like, well, if it can do what I can do, why am I here? I don't know, it's a risky... It's one I always worry about a little bit when I try using it a lot. It's like, but is that going to put me out of the job? It crosses my mind because I personally don't trust my workplace in the slightest. I've made it very clear I don't trust them. I don't. It comes to that stuff. I believe the minute they could, they would just throw it back. Well, that reminds me, speaking of the day job funnies, by the way. If you're in the Discord, you might have seen, but the office flooded a little bit. There's water coming in from the roof. Yeah, there's water coming in through the roof, leaking into the walls and then soaking down to the floor. £8 million was spent renovating that place. Bet it feels like a joke now, doesn't it? And the room I work in, yeah, the room I work in started flooding a bit as well because for some reason they put a door in a downward slope. I'm now surprised that water's coming in. Well, it came in. It's rained hard the last 2 days. It really has rained like nothing else. Like, where I'm at, rain happens, but oh boy. Yeah, I actually felt my back crack a bit then doing that. Holy. But yeah, rain a thing where I'm from, but holy. That was a lot of rain. I mean, you could say it was some heavy rain. No one's gonna get that reference. No. But in all seriousness, it was bad. I got drenched on Wednesday. I was absolutely soaking wet. Not in the fun way. Not in a fun way, let me tell you. And today, I've not been as soaking. Still reasonably wet, but not that wet, thankfully. Oh, well, I'm not kidding you. It felt like I was navigating through rivers. Literal mini rivers everywhere. Just down. Honestly, like I said, I've not seen it rain that bad in a while. It was like a sheet of rain. Of course, I was very unlucky on Wednesday to walk into a fucking rainstorm. So yeah, that's it's been my wet week. I think it's still going to be wet for a bit longer, so yeah. Other than that, though, I must confess I've been pretty lazy this week over the things I had to do. I'm probably going to try and get some planning done for Dark Heresy as well this week. I have some ideas, I have some things. And yeah, hopefully those all work out rather nicely. Because there's a lot of little bits to do. A lot of itty bitty things. And a lot of player maneuvering. Gotta squish their meaty little heads into things. See if they pop out the other side or get mushed. They nearly got mushed last session, actually. I don't know how many of you were there for that last session, but yeah, they were very nearly mushed. They were. There was a very, well, put it this way, one of them nearly got it in the neck as soon as they fought the thing I was building up the entire session. I shan't spoil in case anyone wants to watch the VOD, but yeah. Hand went bang almost. And yeah, he nearly died. Well, put it this way, a few more hits like that and he would have been dead. So, but they did chunk it down and it got away, so they lived, barely. And now I have a few diabolical plans of my own now for them. I have some delightful thing I'm going to put them through next time. But in the right way. Not thinking about too much combat-y thing, just going to give them a little rest. They've had a little dungeon delve. Had a bit of fun. And I have a new idea on how to affect challenge whilst not making it impossible. One of them is very effective at taking out single targets, so we're going to fix the fact there are so many single targets. With many targets, possibly. Who knows? It's not a massive thing, it's just, you know, itty bitty dudes. And not enough shots a turn for a single shot weapon. But that's fine. Still run away. Fucker's fast as fuck. Sonic of the group. Without, well, has a towel that's quick. He doesn't have any bionic legs or a heart or anything like that, so it's, you know, it's not like he's got any special running skills. But he's still quite quick. He's still quite quick. But that's one thing I'm doing. I'm also I'm having a little think, chat. Having a wee think about whether I should start cracking on a little bit with some few video ideas I've been thinking about. I've been thinking of trying some new stuff, chat. It's crossed my mind that I need to try some new things. Spice things up a little bit, you know? We've got the good old reliable stuff, and that's working out nice, but we gotta get that hot, spicy mix in. You know, you gotta get that stuff that really puckers the lips and, you know, tears apart the insides a little bit. Yeah. I'm describing it so terribly, but I've been thinking. Unfortunately, my thinking needs to turn to action now, which is the hard part, but, you know. God, I'm so tired. When I'm not completely tired out, and I'll hopefully be able to do that. I'm really hoping on my week off that I'll get the 15th. Well, the week starting 15th anyway. I'll get a bit of a week off, so hoping I'll have some time on my hand last. But, you know, like all good things, right? Gotta wait for that perfect moment. But once I have that time, I'm going to make good use of it, I think. Some rest, of course. I need it. And depending on what's happening Sunday, well, may have the Sunday off. But it's very close, chat, to our 2nd year anniversary. Did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but I started on the 15th. You know, yeah, very close again. That time again, and honestly, there's some things coming up. I know Haru's always concerned at what's happening with my body. Well, the new one's, to my knowledge, in the works. So, I'm hopeful it might even be ready for that week, but it's no worries if not. No worries if not, though I would very much like it to be that. That would be my goal. I've got some new things. Some new ideas, some new bits and bobs to try out. So, you know, you have to bear with me a little bit whilst we get them all in place, but once, you know, everything's ready, then we'll have some good times. At least I hope so, anyway. I think we will. I think. But, you know, these things are, chat, they take a damn bit of time and a damn bit of waiting. It's the bit I despise most about the whole thing. Waiting. The wait. Oh, the wait. It's always... It kills me. I swear, it really kills me. It really, really kills me. The wait. The, you know... Sitting there thinking to myself, you know... When am I going to hear things? When things are going to start happening? Honestly, it kills me. It kills me all the time. But the end result, obviously, it's always worth it. God, it never gets easy, does it? It really never gets easy. But I'm a patient person, and I know that good things come to those who wait. For some things, anyway. It's not true for everything, but for some things, it's very much true. And I don't want to poke and bother people. They've told me a time frame, so I will allow them their time frame. And hopefully, they will honour that time frame. First time working with them, so... hoping I will not be let down. I'm sure I won't be. I'm sure I am overly worried and it'll be fine. I'm a worrier, chat. You know me. Every time. Small thing I'm thinking, oh god, what's this about? And then it turns out it's nothing. I'm just being a little worry box. I'm a little fucking worrier. Also, can I just say, chap, you've had a bit of character growth recently. On the Discord server, at least. I noticed you didn't make it a tie. Well done. Well done. Honestly, it's the first time in so long we've not had a tie. Which is shocking. I know what you lot are like. You love making a tie. One of you does, definitely. So well done. We actually managed to vote on something. Exactly. It's worth a little Maxwell celebration. So we've actually managed to vote on something, chat. Finally. So, we're going to be playing the High Elf. Yes, the High Elf. Not a story the low elves would tell you, I'm sure. Not a story the low elves would tell you. But yes, we're going to play the high elves. Well, the elves. Yeah, high elves. Yeah. So, we'll decide which elf on the day. There are many an elf we can pick from. In fact, they're getting a new one soon, but I figured this would be a good opportunity to try out the high elves before the patch. Well, before the, you know, what do you call it? DLC, yeah, that's it. Now, admittedly, the Lizardman and the Tomb King, a little bit of loving, a little bit of touching up this patch, or beta patch, so they're both looking quite nice, but I figured high elves would be interesting. I, of course, put in dwarves because I like playing dwarves. I love my little stubby fuckers. Their strong lines and their guns, and their flying warships of death. Love that. Along with a bunch of angry gingers who can throw into any problem, and they will die in droves, and they will thank you for it. They will. Really, they will. They want to. So, we got options. And Norska. But I think some of you wanted to spare me the disappointment of playing Norska. I did a recent bit of playing with them, because they have a little bit of a touch-up as well. The new voice actors for... Well, new voice actor for Frog is in the game now. And he doesn't sound like a dumbass. He sounds concerningly intelligent, which is what he should sound like. Because he's not dumb. He's actually quite smart. It's the entire point of him. How he leads armies. Yes, most of the armies are trolls, but he's an intelligent troll. That's the whole point of him. It's one thing his old voice direction was kind of wrong with him. Like, the voice actor who played him was fine, but the direction was bad. And I'm glad they've corrected it now. He is not exactly, he is the smart one. He's not dumb. He was very specifically blessed with intelligence by the Chaos Gods. That's the entire point of him. That is literally his entire character. You know, that is why he was a playable legendary lord. You could take Chaos Troll's battle line with him in Warriors of Chaos. Honestly, he did. He really did. You know, he's like, bear in mind as well, he was, I think, about or just over the average human intellect. Which, considering he's a damn troll, is terrifying. You know, the only other person who has that kind of thing going for them is Greaser's Goldtooth. But he doesn't run around with a horde of angry, you know, well, he does run around with a horde of angry flesh-eating crazies, but the difference is that trolls regenerate. So Frog has an army of regenerating lunatics who are touched by chaos. He himself is insanely strong. Ah yes, this is Ad. Ad is cometh. Ad has indeed cometh, but don't worry, I believe it ends soon. You'll be freed from your ad prison. You're probably watching some weird stuff. It's probably trying to convince you to buy various baubles. Don't buy them. Or maybe you could buy them. You could try buying if you wanted. But you probably should. I don't know. Like we're saying anything to you. It could be anything. I'll get a sip of my drink as well. Now, what was I saying? Oh, it was about Fro, wasn't it? It was indeed. There we are. Welcome back, everyone, from your ad break. Hopefully, you didn't see anything too bizarre in your break. But yeah, speaking of bizarre, the Troll King. He's a bit of a beastie boy. So I'm looking forward to him keeping that voice because it's a good voice, but also the DLC. Because the DLC should be pretty good. It was an AI ad. Ah. I'm not surprised, honestly. Wouldn't shock me. There's getting pushed around here. Twitch does have the small problem of scaring off some of its advertisers at the minute. I can't think of why. But I can, but I'm not going to get into it. I fucking could, though. But, hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. As the kids say. Oh god, I sound so old saying that. No. God. I'm not even 30. I'm halfway towards 30 though, which I don't like. I'm gonna be a hag soon, chat. It's gonna happen. You're gonna watch me turn hag. Then what? Am I more appealing then? Is that how it works? I'm gonna work through my 20s and then I'll be appealing in my God, that sounds depressing, but fuck, it probably is true. It's okay. 30's like 20, but you have money. That's what some people say anyway. I don't know how true it is. I guess I'll find out one day. But nowhere near soon. Nowhere near soon. Many years to go yet. Though 2025 is coming to an end. Got a bit left. It's gone quick. Too quick. Kind of scary, honestly. How quickly it's gone, but hopefully it ends on a better note than my 2024 did. That was shit. That was a sucky end to my year. With like a not so sucky end to my year. At least not that kind of sucky, anyway. Of a kind, I mean, I'm not against, but none of that I had last year. No. No sickness, please. I do not wish to be down with the sickness. That would suck. Immeasurable. Nah, but it'll be fine. Better than a great problem. And well, a good old time. I'll have a new face to go along with it and everything. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Believe it, chat. It's gonna be good. Pulling up the narrative quotes, I believe it. That's how fucking tired I am, apparently. I'm that tired. I'm quoting random bullshit to keep myself awake. Honestly, I swear I will try and get some good night's sleep tonight. I swear to you, I will try. I will honestly and earnestly try. So I don't want to quite be this tired for tomorrow. I really don't. Oh. Give myself a good old reset over the weekend. And how many weeks we got left till the Okay, good, after next week. Okay. One more week and I get a little holiday. Well, break from the day job anyway. Though I'm definitely going to take some days for me. Definitely. I need them. God knows I need them. But, hey. I've lost my trail of thought. Oh my god, I have lost chat. Chat, I'm breaking. I'm glitching. I'm glitching and having poor pinky. Your angel's head isn't working properly at the minute. I'm a broken mess, Jen. Early, I'm a broken mess. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking, distract me from my brokenness. Have you seen Space Marine 2's also getting a big update? Helldiver's a big update. Space Marine 2 is getting a big update. I think Silk Song's out today as well. I don't know how many of you guys like the Silk Song, but that's out today, I think. I forget. Oh, what's that? That's a sequel to something, isn't it? Oh, Hollow Knight. Yeah. I think it's a sequel to Hollow Knight, or it's an expansion? I think it's a sequel. I've actually never played Hollow Knight. I'll be honest, I've heard good things. I've only heard good things. But never played it. It's like a Metroidvania. Oh, I think Metroidvania is the main descriptive heard for it, but some people say it's like a Soulsy kind of game. But then again, if I had a pound every time I heard the word, it's the Dark Souls of this. Oh, okay. I feel like most people who say that have lost the meaning of what the Dark Souls or something is. You know, the Dark Souls of something is, you know, should confer some quality to it. One would hope, but you know how this shit goes. But I've only heard good things, and I know a bunch of people at my work are very excited. They were glowing. I saw one person who I know for a fact is the least excitable person in the universe become very, very excitable. This is a rarity. It's not likely to happen, but it happened. It did. Again, I'm not aware of it or anything, but good for them. Oh yeah, also, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky had a big thing, didn't it? Which, I must admit, I saw that and I thought, what's the point of playing Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous now? Like, they have shipbuilding. Build your own ship. Like, forget the other ones. Get this one. Like, maybe if you don't like the style of it, sure, but then it's a complete game and it keeps getting updates. Free updates, I might add. Which is pretty cool. And most of the things you can do in it can't do in the other ones. Like you can spacewalk. That's a weirdly lacking feature in many games like it. For some reason. Even though EVA is unironically a very known and common thing to happen. Like, you know, you see him on the International Space Station all the time doing random things in suits. I will say it amazes me just how those suits haven't changed much. They've changed a bit, but like, the cost of them as well is insanity. It's millions per suit for them. Honestly, it's wild. I mean, I get it. You want to spend stupid money because, well, you mean space. A place we're not meant to be. The only problem is that they will not work on Mars. They are way too heavy. If you ever go to Mars. Or any actual planet, by the way. Like, it works for the moon. Might work for meteorites. Sure as hell don't work for a planet. Too heavy. Like when they train you with them, I believe they feel like in like a pool, don't they? Big underwater pool. That's like the best simulation you've got. They're just so heavy. You gotta be, but it's not gonna work on a planet. I hope we get it. I hope I get to like see it, you know, or hear about the launch to Mars. That'd be cool. I hope I get to see it. That's one thing I'd like to know has happened. Definite. That we've sent people to Mars and it's an achievable thing to do. That'd be cool. Like how people who like waiting for someone to go on the moon was like, I just want to see it happen. Whether we will see anytime soon is a different question. Not much hope for it, but hey, we might get it. Yeah. Sorry, I am I am rambling, which is quite common for these streams. It's kind of the point. It is very much the point of them, after all, so why not? You don't come to Just Chatting stream for the stream sit there and going all the time, so it would be a bit of a shit Just Chatting stream then, wouldn't it? If I did nothing but just stare off into the distance. Although effectively that's what I'm fucking doing. Yammering on as I am. Oh, I need to get some things to like work on, I think. Something like so I've basically finished the heresy miniatures I've got. So I need something to work to chat. A project. I need something to invest my creativity in. Because but the diaries are okay. Actually, I like doing them, but they're not the most creatively challenging thing to do. Not even close. Not even close. They're pretty easy to set up and just talk about my week, what I want to do. I think the one I just did was mostly about what I want to do. So, I need something to really kind of dig in with, sink my teeth into a little bit, to really be able to work towards. But I've had ideas, but I've just not quite settled on what I want to do. And I realise the more I talk about it, the less I'm doing it, which is the irony, isn't it? I was hoping me being very openly talking about it might make me go, hey, you're talking about it, you should probably do it. I can ask about it. It just didn't work out that way. So I'm just sitting there like, oh. What now? There's one thing I want to do for later. I think, when I'm doing certain, like, playing some games or maybe we're watching stuff together, maybe, I don't know. I kind of want I've plucked out a chat box from something I've had done recently, and I might see if I can't slim down the UI a little bit for those. Basically, going away from having a sort of squished down one to something a bit more active, have like a game for basically the whole screen, have the chat box and me, and that's it. Just that. You, me, in the chat box. Nothing else. Again, slimming down for it because it'd just be, I don't know, better viewing experience probably. A better, fuck me, why can't I speak? Jesus. The point is, I think maybe I need to slim down that UI a little bit so it's just you can see more of the thing I'm doing, probably. Because sure, the benefit of all this is I can just sort of tuck in the corner a bit more, but maybe I want to see the whole game. I don't know. Or whether I'm watching or doing, so I've been thinking about it, Jeff. I've been thinking about it. And I've got what I need to do it, so I'm gonna wait until it's everything else is done, so I can have it all together. It's all consistent, while still keeping some of the old stuff when I want to use it too. But we'll see. So change is weird, and I don't like doing it very often, so I want to test the waters a little bit first. That's, mainly what I'm trying to do at the minute. It's not everything, but it's some things. Manageable little goals I can do. So far, my manageable goal is trying to continue a basic fucking conversation. I'm failing immensely. For some reason. Probably because I'm fucking tired. I apologise, I am not my best self at the minute, am I? I have been a fumbly mess. Like I say, I don't know how long I'll go on for today, because I must admit, I can tell. I can tell I'm not my proper self today. But I refuse to miss one of these where I can. Hell, when I was ill, this was one of the only streams I did. Because again, I don't like missing these. I don't know, I like them. I like them, and I think I like to hope you guys like them too. Hopefully. Although, do tell me if you don't. Certainly stop doing them if you don't like them, but I do like doing these generally. It's a nice little kind of thing I can kind of look forward to in the week. Much as I don't have as much time to do them as I'd like, and they're always a bit finicky to kind of fit in. Thursday is also a day I don't have as much time to do other things anyway, so why not? Why, it's just chatting day after all. But you know it is. Some days you're just not fully with it. Some days you are. Today is one of them days where I'm not as with it as I'd like to be. God, off. Evidently, I need to get more sleep in, which is very apparent. I have been bad and not been fully doing that. Honestly, I can't begin to stress how I've noticed I've been really not resting. I can't explain it, but I've noticed it, I can tell I'm more tired, I can tell I'm more grouchy, I can tell I'm more irritable. I can tell. I don't know, I think I might just go to bed too late. Is it just I really need a fucking break? It's probably a few things, honestly. I'm probably burning myself out a little bit. I mean, I feel like I say that way too often, but I do wonder if I am. A little bit. In all seriousness. Probably a bit, right? I haven't actually taken a proper break in a while, but unfortunately, I've got to try and keep something up, right? Twitch doesn't help much, considering it only tells people I'm around when I'm doing something, so that's why I've been trying to put stuff into the YouTube side, so YouTube can kind of do the work for me eventually. In a way. It's like, it's not like I have to be live for you to see a video I make. Now, I appreciate not every one of you knows about the main channel. 32 channels currently. 32. But hopefully, for those of you in the Discord, there's a little section for links and stuff. Hopefully that makes it easier to know about the other stuff I'm doing, and if I add anything new, it'll go there too. If I ever bother to set up my Patreon properly, for example, or if I start streaming somewhere else as well, or if I just make another channel. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about whether I should make another channel. I've been really thinking about doing like a retrospective. Really thinking about that. Crossed my mind. Because I like going back and playing old things. It's like, what if I'm back and playing old thing? It like I say, it's crossed my mind. It has, but at the same time, I don't know if I'll be any good at it. But I've never tried to do it either, so, I mean, I don't know. I'll be bad at it. It is that conundrum, right, where you don't know if you want to try it, because if you're bad, you'll feel bad, but at the same time, if you never try it, you'll feel bad because you never tried it, and yeah. I mean, it's like anything, isn't it, that? I mean, I felt the same way with doing streaming, for God's sake. I didn't know if I'd be any good at it. I don't think I am that good at it, to be honest, but I try. And I think I'm still here, I'm still trying to be consistent, which, you know what, not everyone can do that. And that's a thing, I think, maybe I'm just stubborn. Maybe I'm just stubborn and a creature of routine to a fault, but hey. You gotta be stubborn to get far here, haven't you? In a sense. Oh, I played shit or something. Chat, will you forgive me if I cut this off a little short? I must admit I'm feeling a little rougher than I thought I was today. Sort of come on rather quickly. I'll be fine, I think I'm all worn down than I thought I was. And I realise that this is probably a rather shit stream. So, save both of us a headache, and hopefully let me get some rest for tomorrow. I'll probably cut it a little shorter than usual. Again, my apologies. I hate doing this. I do. So I hope I've not disappointed you any. But don't worry, I will be back tomorrow. I'll be rested. I will be better. Yes. We'll be playing some Total War. So, yeah, well, flinging arrows at things, probably. Whatever high elves do. Using dragons? They have dragons. Do you guys like dragons? They've got a lot of dragons. Phoenixes. Things. But anyway, chat, I am sorry I have to love you and leave you a little sooner than I'd like, but I'm melting away. Do take care of yourselves. Make sure you get the rest I'm not getting, and I promise you I will be making it up to you tomorrow, okay? I will make sure I stream for a bit longer, just to make it up to you guys for this. Alright. Again, apologies sincerely for the shorter stream. Alright, chat. I love you and leave you for now. Till tomorrow. Ta for now.